What's up, Bloodpack? It's that Krogan HD bringing you some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Nuketown Hardpoint gameplay on Double XP Weekend. And in this video is my personal favorite class setup video. Now, before I go into it, you might disagree with what I have to say. You might agree with what I have to say. Tell me what your class setup is if you want to. I'll read them. I'll say that's a good class, or I'll give my opinion on that class. Or if you just want to be mean and say mean things, I welcome it. I don't care. Go ahead. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. So let's get into it. The gun that I'm using is the Scar H. Now this gun is probably my favorite gun in this entire game. It's well rounded. It's hella accurate, and it's just an amazing gun. The fire rate on it is a 10 out of 20, and by 10 out of 20, I mean when you look at it in the game, the little boxes where it tells you its stats, it has 10 boxes colored in out of 20 boxes. So that's how I rate these guns. So the fire rate is a 10 out of 20, the damage is a 13 out of 20, the range is a 12 out of 20, the accuracy is a 9 out of 20. It's pretty accurate if you know what you're doing, and if you're pretty good with a gun in a video game, then you shouldn't have too much worry. The range is it's medium to long range. It's okay in close quarters, but if you're in close quarters, I highly recommend hip firing, because you probably have a better chance of killing someone than trying to aim down sight in close range. The damage, of course, is pretty good. If you throw Full Metal Jacket on it, or I don't know what other things that helps with damage, but if you put that on, you're pretty much well set. The secondary that I'm using is the B23R. This gun is seriously the Raffica for Modern Warfare 2. It is amazing in every single way. The only downside is that it is really not good at long range. This is where your close quarters weapon comes in handy with this class. Its fire rate is it's 11 out of 20, my bad. Damage is a 10 out of 20, but the range is a 5 out of 20. That's where your close quarters comes in. The accuracy is 11 out of 20, so it's really accurate, and it has good fire rate, and the damage is just as good as the Scar, but it's more meant for close quarters than anything else. The attachment that I'm using for the B23R is FMJ. That helps the damage a little bit, even though it's pretty much the same as the Scar. And for the Scar, the attachments I'm using are foregrip and fast mag. Foregrip just helps with the accuracy, and fast mag, of course, is just reloading quicker, because reloading in this game is very slow. So that's something you want to account in for when you're making this class. Now the perks that I use, for perk 1, I use lightweight. It helps you kind of run around the map faster, and you're more moving swiftly, I don't know, you're moving quicker with the gun. So it kind of helps a little bit in close quarters, because you can move faster and kind of get around areas better. And for perk 2, I'm using cold-blooded. Cold-blooded helps because sometimes there's sentry guns and there's guardians, and I think it also helps against hunter-killer drones. But I honestly don't know. I haven't looked too much into it. I just know that it helps you stay a little bit more well hidden from enemy forces when you're trying to complete an objective, because in Call of Duty, if you're not an objective player, then you really should just go play free-for-all. And I'm not trying to be mean or call anyone out, but I think Call of Duty is kind of like an objective game. Yeah, sometimes people are lone wolves and they do their own thing. That's fine every once in a while, but I honestly personally think Call of Duty, you should play the objective, or don't play an objective game. For perk 3, I use Dexterity. Now Dexterity is a very helpful perk. I have it on most of all my classes, because it helps you aim faster, it helps you aim faster after sprinting, my bad. And it also helps you climb stuff faster. So that also helps, with getting away from sticky situations, because you can aim after you get done running, and then you shoot them quicker. And then, of course, you can climb up stuff faster, like if you have to climb over a box or get into a window, or, dive and quickly climb over something. That helps really good with, getting away from sticky situations. For the lethal, I use a Semtex. I personally think Semtexes are really good. I also like using Tomahawks every once in a while, and I use a Bouncing Betty on one class, but I don't use that class that much. But Semtexes are good because you just chuck it randomly. Sometimes you get a stick, sometimes you kill a bunch of people, or sometimes you don't really do that much damage, but it is helpful when it sticks to the surface. For my tactical, I use a Black Cat. Now the reason I use a Black Cat is because my score streaks are UAV, Hunter Killer Drone, and Care Package. The Black Cat is also really good for hacking enemy equipment though. It's really reliable equipment. Also, if your Care Package goes out the map, you can get it, which happens to me a lot because I'm not really good with Care Package placement. The UAV is just to help out your team, and of course the Hunter Killer is, personal kills, just throw it up and get that kill. I don't use any wild cards. I don't like any of the wild cards. I tried using them one time because I tried getting, my knife, the ballistic knife, gold, and that's the only time I used the wild card because I didn't have a secondary, or I didn't have a primary weapon, or a tactical grenade. I just had a tomahawk and ballistic knife and a bunch of wild cards. But that is pretty much it for my personally favorite class setup in Black Ops 2. If you guys like this or enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you like me, or you think, hey, he might be a little bit better later on in the future, hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment of what you want to see in the future, or what you think is what you think is the best class setup. How about that? Or leave me your opinion of what you think of my class setup. And before I wrap up this commentary, I have a couple people I'd like to thank for just the massive support they've given me on my first video, and also just this new channel. So first off, I want to thank my good friend Sin City Spartan for just what he did for me. All he had to do is drop my name once, and all you guys are here watching, which means a lot. So thank you, Zach, for that. It really does mean a lot. Another person I want to thank is Sam Winks. Him and Sin City Spartan both made a background for my YouTube channel. If you guys go check it out, it's really good. He did a really good job with it. It's Black Ops 2 on one side, Halo on the other. That was Sin City Spartan's idea. The little bit of Sam Winks flair. So thank you so much. And last but not least, Miss Toxic. Thank you. You're just a very good supporter, and I just want to say thank you. So I will see you guys later. I'm That Krogan HD. Thanks for watching.